Hi there, King Traders. This is Currency Watch. We're going to go through the setups that we had. Basically, we jumped into the Euro USD trade that we've been talking about forever in trying to scalp that baby lower. We'll go through that rather quickly in a bit. But let's. This isn't going to be a long one. We're just going to go through the setups that I showed you in the about the harmonic trading in the Aussie and in New Zealand today. You can see in both of these, I talked about them right at their close at the market yesterday. These pairs started to basically roll over. We have it right here at 1400, and it also coincided with right at the top of this bearish butterfly pattern. And you can see that the pair basically went right back down, and it hit our first target was at 90.70. Now the additional target on this trade would be down at 90, but honestly, I would be looking. I would have taken all my trades there and wouldn't be interested in holding it for a longer period of time, because 90 would be a retrace of basically the entire move entirely lower, and that is definitely going to hit some resistance. But it's very interesting, like the way this setup played out, and we have something very similar in the New Zealand USD if we go down to the 1 hour chart. And this is a bigger pattern that's in play here, but it was very similar. I don't have it all drawn out in this one, but you can see we started getting the rollover once, just like the rollover once again, right about the same time. You can see that the pair bounced all the way back down to 82. Would have had a tidy 100 pips in that trade, so it could have been 180 pips altogether in the two trades combined. So I'm definitely confident about these harmonic setups that I've been trying to spread out and trading them over the Asian and European hours. Now, if we take a look at the Euro USD, you can see this pair finally triggered at 138. Can't say I'm 100% confident in this pair because it has such momentum going higher, and but we will have to see. It's a relatively short stop at 138.50, and if we do get a rollover on this, the targets are pretty grand. I mean, we're going to be looking for a move down towards the bottom here at 133.78, and then all the way down, actually even down to 133, and then all the way down to 131. So, and it will definitely give us opportunity to stack into this trade. But we are trying to call a top there, if we look at it that aspect, on a move that's from 132 up to 138 of 600 pips. So we'll have to see what happens with this. And this pair has been aggravating as of late. With everybody knows, I've talked about it over and over, the short-term burst higher. If we look at the layouts, if we look at the setups that we had in the for scalping last night for the 50 fibs, you can see the Great Britain New Zealand never broke out of this channel, so there's really nothing to do right there. And you can see that this trade basically wouldn't have played out in the Great Britain Oz, but I chose to ignore the trade because it did break above this 0.68 with such authority. I didn't feel like jumping into that pair. I'm very happy I used the 0.68 rather than the 50 fib, which lied right about here, because it would have been taken out to the top side. And you'll never jump into a trade when it's pounding up there, like on big moves. You'd wait for a red candle. So it could have gone short there at 80.64 and then would have taken a small loss. And in the yen crosses, you can see that. Actually, I can't tell you what we're going to see because I haven't looked at these all day. You can see that actually it looks like your JPY yen would have been very interesting. No, it actually didn't get up to the 50 fib, and in the Great Britain JPY, same thing, just continued to consolidate. It looks like that pair is beginning to roll over. Let's look at the stacker trades that we could see in the future. I don't know if we have any more confirmation on that. I know the Euro USD would still be considered a upward moving move. Actually, today would have been a push higher where we would have moved the high up to, say, the 137, whatever that low is today, 137.40, and would have been looking for a 50 fib. But I wouldn't have jumped into that in this move because this is solid resistance zone. So we'll have to watch this, and hopefully this bad pattern pays off. Great Britain USD, same thing. It is in an extremely narrow range to end the year here. We're going to have to look. Want to see a break this 163.37. If not, we're just consolidating in another push higher. We'll have to jump in. But I would expect at least the push down to 162.50 before the pair starts its trend back up higher. USD Swiss franc still continue to push lower. That's not very entertaining towards the Euro USD trade, but we'll see what happens there. And in the yen, not much happening today, basically starting the day where it ended and looking at this 103.30 level. So we'll be looking, so in the Euro USD trade, we'll be keeping a heads up for any trades that we can do overnight. Last night's setups were pretty perfect in the Aussie and New Zealand because we had a few signals all coinciding at once. We had, like in the Aussie, we had the downward pressure that we could have seen from the technical trade of the, just a second, technical trade right. I have no idea what went. That is unbelievable. Oh, because I went out and didn't save it again. All right, anyway, so we had the down technical trade of the pushback higher, but I think it was a bat or a butterfly, and then the pair continued to push lower. But we had that on multiple time frames, and the same with New Zealand. We had different setups on multiple time frames, so each one was adding more and more fib ratios that people could have been looking at and looking for a push down lower. So we need a perfect setup. There's a couple things coming up in the Great New Zealand that we'll be looking at tonight, and I will post things out after the close. All right, everybody. Have a good one, and see you I'll send stuff out after close. We'll see you in the AM.